On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Kaepernick. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On the return is Pettis, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Play fake, Mariota. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Room here to run. The 40. Past the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. It's a almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender, because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top. It gives you a chance to go make a play.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. 7-7, our score after one. Mariota from the gun on third down. Throw him deep for Galladay. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A gain of 39 that time. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receivers understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go play action. Mariota. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Barkley again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown. Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Mariota now. eluding the pressure right.
We'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Peterson running right. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike 42, Mike 42.
To throw Mariota. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 10.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Buying time to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Alert 3.
From the gun, Mariota. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's to Galladay. What a catch. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Raiders pick it up. 30, the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Kaepernick going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pettis now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tanner Muse there defensively. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tanner Muse
coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Mariota, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play action now. Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Touchdown! Adrian Peterson. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You blocked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. No return here for Claybrooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, switch. Monday.
To throw, Kaepernick. Picks this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick.
This goes out wide for Drake. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Steps away to his left. Dancing to his left.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Going for the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off the play fake, Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right.
And that'll be checked down to Drake.
A gain of 4 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Raiders pick it up.
Zero rooting interest in it, but that would hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Kaepernick looking to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Kaepernick.
There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Kaepernick to throw. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
One last shot now for Mariota.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he's going to go down. His time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.